Okay, good morning. What we're doing is some big time improvements to the model railway, and we've added a bit of board that's extending just out. You'll see it in the slightly later in the clip, so we can improve what we've got at this part of the railway. And the first thing is here, coming out of here, there used to be a curved point, and some locos struggled on that curved point to come out because you really need, I would suggest, about that much before a curved point. And what was happening was they just were coming off. So what we've done is we've put a radius 4 bend here and a long streamlined point, and it improves the bend no end. Also here is a radius 3. So you can see this locomotive here running round. It is just so beautifully smooth. Obviously we've got to ballast it. But it's just so much smoother doing this. Now here is a board that we've added to the model railway, and there's enough room for it, and it's basically what it's doing is extending out the track. And the problem is, not with this locomotive, but here is a curved point going onto a radius 2. And some locos will not do it, or they struggle. One direction they don't, another they do. With a curved point, you really need a straight piece of track before it. A curve onto a radius 2 curve onto a curved point just doesn't work. So what we're doing is we've extended it out with this board. And this train here, you can see on the inner track, it can now go round there, round there, round there, and that's part of that track. So what you're doing is you're taking the heat out of the curve point, obviously, because you're increasing the radius. I can't demonstrate it really because it's just not on the. There's no electric points, and there's no cork under it, so it might tip and come off. So basically, what you're doing is you're keeping that as a shunting area because it's just too much work to mess around with this. We've done too much, and we're taking the outer track out, and it will work. Goes to around there, and it'll come out and go round like that. So basically, the top end that was just the outer track is now the outer of the inner track, and the other track will come out. And what we're going to gain is an extra siding here, and we're going to put a rock seam, a mountain at the back of it. But what I'll do is I'll try and show you the new outer loop work. Now what I've done is I've set the points so that the new outer loop of the inner track is how it will be, how they will run. And you will see there that there's a piece of straight going into that curved point. So you've got a nice streamlined point at the top that it's just going through, 2 nice streamlined points there, and you can see now it's got the straight before the curved point, and you can see it's just so lovely and smooth. Now obviously, once everything is connected, the new outer loop will go round here. It will work, I just haven't bothered to put the track down and connect them properly because I'm still waiting for a couple of points to come for me to do what I need to do. So with this small piece of board here, which fortuitously we've got room for, I've been able to modify the track, and of course I've got 3 options there. And of course that is a nice wide bend, wider than radius 4, that is going to be able to go around, and you can see that it's just even not level, it is just so beautifully smooth. And there you can see going through the straight onto the curve point. And you can see the difference. I don't know if the points, if I've got any point. Oh, it does work, that's cool. If I speed it up a bit, bring it round. And you can see even here, this nice streamlined curve point, even from a distance, is just so smooth. And you can see how tight that radius 2 is. If I alter them, speed the train up a bit, make it come round. And you can see it's just a nice big sweeping loop. And the difference is, even to the eye on video, I hope you can see the huge difference. But as I say, the reason for it is here, and that's our fault. Coming back to model railways after 30 years out, oh Christ, 40 years out of it, and this here is far too tight, and I've got nowhere to go with it. Because the thing is, when I was young, if the track connected, the train went round it. Obviously, because trains have become a lot more realistic. Radius 2 minimum curve, yes, it might be. But radius 2 minimum curve on a curve point when you've got a straight, and it just does not work here. A radius 2, especially going this way, a radius 2 curve onto the inner part of a curve point, some locos will not do. And you can see the difference here, it's just so smooth. And what I can do, the locos that won't do that, bring it out the siding, come round to there, reverse back, straight out. I can't do anything with that point. I've looked at it, I've messed it around, I've had it up loads and loads of times. Not without coming out too far. Because you come out too far that way. I got very close, but carriages on Paddington and the long carriages were clipping. And it's no point in having a model railway where half the things do not work. The thing I've got to be careful of doing this is with track isolators and the electric, because I run digital and analog, and even having insul frog points, you need to have isolators, because the digital power will seep through and blow up your analog transformer. And you can see that, I hope you can see that runs just so smooth. Thank you for watching. Thank you.